Welcome. You guys reach review time with Imperial. After a year in review of all the movies that has transpired in 2018, I thought I'd do a top 10 movie review list of best movies that I thought from 10 to 1. And let's go over them. At number 10, I'm also going to give you some data that goes along with these movies. My data that I got these numbers from is from Office Mojo. I find them to be most credible. So that's where I get a lot of my data and keep track of movies and the numbers, just to add some numbers to it. So coming in at number 10, I got the movie Searching. Of course, I did a review on it. To me, it was a real good movie, very informative. I'm not going to go over what happened in the movie and everything because I got a review. That's what the review for. So look into my list of movies or reviews and check the review on it. Searching came in at, and all these numbers is to date. So as of to date, Searching has pulled in 75 million. So that's pretty good. Some of the movies does show a budget, but not all. So I'm pretty sure this movie was done like through first person through the internet. Couldn't have been too much of a budget involved in that, but I'm not sure. Coming in at number 9, Equalizer 2, starring Denzel Washington. Denzel's getting up there in age. Still got it though. Still ranking in good movies. Still ranking in producing good films, and people are still going out to see him. Equalizer 2 pulled in 190 million. And these numbers is also worldwide. So let me throw that in there. And the budget of Equalizer 2 was 62 million. So he tripled that. So Denzel is still in the game. Coming in at number 8, Life of the Party. Melissa McCartney. This is a funny movie, and I thought it should have did better. They didn't have a budget listed underneath it. It brought in about 65 million. You know, the budget couldn't have been too high. I seen some of her other movies and the budget was always like maybe 20, 30 maybe. So I'm pretty sure she doubled or tripled up on this movie. Now, as good as this movie was to me, it was funny. She came back less than a month later or 2 months later and came out with that ridiculous movie with the puppets and washed this movie away. People bombed that ridiculous movie with the puppets so much they forgot about how good this movie was. So you just got to be careful with the money grabs, in my opinion. I'm not in that world, but just my opinion. You got to be careful with the money grabs because all money is not good money. So it might have seemed like a good idea, the money was there, but man, that it just wiped out, the life of the party. So people probably don't even remember Life of the Party because that movie was so ridiculous. Coming in at number 7, Venom. Now, a lot of us, knew of Venom growing up if you was in the comics. But if you was on the fence with comics, you didn't know really too much like the story behind where Venom really comes from. You just knew he had something to do with Spider-Man. But the fact that they did this movie, it really didn't have anything to do with Spider-Man. I think it was pretty good, and I didn't know what to expect. But Venom came out to be a real good film. Most people thought the same. Venom had a budget of 100 million, raked in 855 million worldwide. Woo! Just imagine that. They killed it with Venom. Venom was definitely a hit. Definitely a hit. Coming in at number 6, A Star Is Born. Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga. Phenomenal film. Well directed, well written. I didn't even know that was Lady Gaga at first. When the movie trailers first came out, I didn't even know that was her. And the face looked familiar, but it really didn't know it was her because you used to see her with the blonde hair. She did great. She didn't want to. She could just tune into acting and not really come back into the music world. And she did her thing. Bradley Cooper, of course, he played that role. He should be up for a lot of awards come Oscar time. So the budget on A Star Is Born was $36 million. It raked in over $382 million. Whoo! Killed it, man. Killed it. When you just when you think of the budget and man, how the numbers that it did to top that, you know what I'm saying? So, any project that either one of them want to do next is automatically greenlit. So from here, we're going to move on to the next five through 1. And coming in at number 5, Avengers Infinity War. Now, of course, this was the biggest grossing film of 2018. No brainer. Marvel will forever run that. Only other movie franchise that is competing with Marvel is, of course, Star Wars. But other than that, Marvel runs everything. DC maybe in the future, maybe could come up with something. I doubt it though. Marvel run this. So there was not a budget listed for Avengers Infinity War. Of course, in 2019, Avengers Endgame is coming up. I think that's in April or May. I think April of 2019. So everybody be looking forward to that. But Avengers Infinity War brought in over $2 billion, almost 2.1. So that's awesome. But it was a no-brainer. It's Avengers and it's Marvel. Coming in up at number 4, Black Panther. There was not a budget listed for Black Panther. No one didn't know what to expect with Black Panther. They thought it would be a decent Marvel film, a good addition to the rest of the Marvel movies, but no one seen that will pull the numbers that it pulled in. So Black Panther brought in $1.3 billion. So that's awesome to think that was even going to make any type of mark like that, but it did. So a lot of these movies I didn't watch probably at least 2 times. A few of them more than 2 throughout the year. Then we coming in at number 3, Creed 2. Creed 2 brought in a budget of $50 million. It grossed $139 million. That's phenomenal for that movie to do that. And I bet you doesn't really say what the actors are paid for these movies. So I guarantee you the actors, Sylvester Stallone might be the highest paid, maybe. He should be, 'cause he's the most tenured. And Michael B. Jordan, who's the lead, probably got like a few million, maybe. 3 to 5 million. This movie grossed 139. So his agent better get on the ball. And any projects he in starting in 2019, he need a bump. You know what I'm saying? You got to cap while the moment is here. You know what I'm saying? People are tuned in to Michael B. Jordan. This is his time, his season to start running off a few films. And cap while you can. But Creed 2 was a good film, so that's why I brought it in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, Aquaman. Aquaman, yes, man. And so even Aquaman just came out in December, so it's still going to grow. But at right now, Aquaman is at $154 million. And give me 1 sec. I gotta confirm that because I forgot something. Let me confirm that. All right, scratch that. That was domestic. That was domestic. I kind of figured that was domestic. So we're gonna do worldwide. Aquaman is sitting at 667 million worldwide right now, and it's only been almost a week into it. So Aquaman is doing great. DC has bounced back tremendously with this film. I think this is the best out of their superhero movies. I had Wonder Woman in lead. This takes over Wonder Woman. I think this is DC's best superhero film to date. And Wonder Woman coming in number 2. Definitely surpasses Justice League. Definitely surpasses Batman versus Superman, Suicide Squad. Now, Dark Knight, when that trilogy, Batman trilogy, Dark Knight was one of my best before Wonder Woman came in, and then Aquaman takes that. So they did phenomenal. Jason Momoa, he's excellent Aquaman. Even though the critics, he had some critics because the original Aquaman in the comics had blonde hair, and they depicted, but he did awesome. You know what I'm saying? He's charisma. He killed the role. His character, believable, everything. So we gonna run with that. And drum roll. Brrr, number 1. Coming in at number 1 for my top number 1 movie of 2018 was Ready Player One. And this movie it did very well in the box office, very well. But amongst my peers and people I talked to, a lot of people did. I was surprised. Didn't really either see the movie or rave about it. But the movie was excellent. It was perfect, well shot. I love the CGI in it. It had a nostalgic feel with the 80s classic games, music. I love the storyline. It sucked me in. I probably watched this movie almost 10 times this year. So just a movie. It doesn't get old. I put it on. I could be doing something around, cleaning or something, and it's on, and I'm tuning into it. So it was definitely a good film. Ready Player One barred in 582 million. So that's awesome. And it came out of nowhere too. It wasn't no real build up for it. Just came out of nowhere. I heard a little buzz about it. Thought I'd take it. I think in my reviews I gave it a 4 out of 4. I'm pretty sure I did. It was my first 4 out of 4 of the year, I believe. So all of these movies that I just went over on my list is all I did reviews for all of them. Feel free to tune into my reviews and check them out. These are some good movies for 2018. If you haven't watched them already, tune in, watch them, watch my reviews, subscribe and like to this channel. This channel is growing. I'm trying to build my content going into 2019. Just trying to get better, still growing. Stay tuned, share the video, subscribe and like. Till next time.